We're here with Fred Kost of HyTrust at VMworld 2016. Fred, can you tell us a little bit about your company?
Sure. So HyTrust is here at VMworld 2016. We deliver workload security solutions to our customers, help them secure their private, public cloud environments across multiple vendors. So it's really a kind of multi-cloud, multi-vendor platform.
What is the main products that you offer?
So a couple products when we talk about workload security. One is called data control, and it focuses really on encryption, key management, so protecting the data, encrypting it across different platforms. Big issue for customers today across all platforms, but particularly moving to public clouds. The other product is called cloud control, and it's focused on adding security controls for access to virtual machines, so controlling what admins can do, who can touch it, things like secondary approval. So really building in the security controls that are often missing in the underlying platform to meet security, automation, and compliance needs.
What is the main reason why customers choose HyTrust?
Well, the reason they choose us, in general, is they're deploying infrastructure from many of the providers you see here at the show. And those platforms don't always have the capabilities to meet all their security and compliance needs. So for instance, encryption is often missing key management from some of the platforms. And so we augment the platforms here, whether it's hyper-converged infrastructure, private cloud kind of building blocks from VMware, even public cloud infrastructure from Azure, IBM and others. And so what our customers find is they deploy those kind of infrastructures, they're missing the security and compliance capabilities to really deploy them in their environments.
Okay. What would you say is your unique selling proposition?
I think our unique selling proposition is we really understand virtualization and cloud very, very well. The company was founded really at the onset of virtualization, and so we have tremendous expertise, not only in virtualization, but in cloud. And being able to do that for multiple platforms is hugely powerful because we're able to kind of abstract away the differences of a hyper-converged infrastructure platform or public cloud and give our customers that consistent security controls across all those platforms. And so I think that deep expertise and being able to do that across all those platforms is really key and is what's driving a lot of our business.
What is your strategy for getting new customers?
Getting new customers. Well, it's interesting. So we have a lot of partnerships. I talked about hyper-converged infrastructure, private cloud, public cloud. So we have a lot of partnerships where we get new customers because a customer may often be deploying infrastructure and they run into a wall or one of those infrastructure providers hits a snag, and so they bring us into a lot of opportunities. We have strategic investments from VMware, we're an Intel partner, we have investments from Cisco. So those relationships, as well as some of the other just platform providers, pull us in a lot of opportunities. The other one is just talking to infrastructure and security audiences, getting in front of them and making them aware where some of these gaps are. We find often that there's a big divide between infrastructure and security, so as we educate them, they come and find us.
Yeah. I understand you have some new product updates. Can you tell us about those? Sure.
Yes, actually we have two, both updates to data control, data control 3.2, as well as cloud control, the other product I talked about, version 5.0. And in these releases on data control, a lot of focus was on making encryption easier. Everyone thinks it's very easy, but when you start to actually deploy encryption and manage keys and schedule things like rekeying, so if you change your key on the fly, it takes a lot of effort. So we've really streamlined all of that with dynamic rekey scheduling and such. And on both products, we've done a lot of work to bring more of the data into a dashboard. What we find is organizations often don't have good insights or understand what's going on in their virtualized or cloud infrastructure. So what assets are encrypted, not encrypted, where am I compliant or not compliant. So we put a lot of work in both releases, really making it easy for organizations to achieve their compliance and audit requirements.
Well, it sounds like a terrific product. Fred, thank you very much. Fred Kost from HyTrust.
Thanks.
All right.
Fred, it's good.